If the British Empire and its Commonwealth last for 1,000 years, men will still say this was their finest hour.
We stand for Queen,
Country, and Video Games. BRB UK.
Worse teeth,
Better accents. Hello, and indeed ahoy hoy, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 268 of BRB UK. I'm just going to enjoy the sound of silence. Isn't that amazing?
Sound of silence.
There's only me and Coleman here this week. I'm Dan, he's Coleman.
Hi,
and there's no Tim because he's off putting VR things on his face. His single-man crusade to keep VR as a relevant entertainment medium continues, and he's gone on tour.
it's doing fine.
Yeah, well, yeah, all right.
Look, now he's not here, we can actually admit that VR's actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm still no, mate. I am not convinced. Still, I'm still not convinced.
All right, fair enough. I enjoy playing VR, and it's a decent platform. I don't think it's like the future of gaming or anything. I reckon it's going to be a stepping stone into the thing that will become the future of gaming at some point.
Yeah, it will.
But it's fun. It's a novelty. It's a novelty thing that I enjoy playing with, and at some point I intend to pick up one of those headsets myself and take it back to my folks for Christmas and get my mum to play something like Alien Isolation, I don't know.
And become a YouTube millionaire as you film the hilarity. That's the only way in which, you know how Tim, bless him, calls these things an investment, which they're clearly not.
I think once he's called it that. When he bought one for the site.
Yeah, it's an investment. But if you could use your VR headset for the forces of evil, as Coleman has just described, then yes, it could be an investment that turns you into an internet superstar, and you could have all of the YouTube millions.
I mean, the video where Greg Miller got his mum to play Batman Arkham VR, that was one of the funnier videos Kind of Funny has put out, so hey!
Well, talking of things that aren't funny, bad news, Coleman. Bad news. Bad news.
Depends how you look at it and if you're that kind of a cynical mind, but yes, it is definitely bad news for Telltale Games.
Yes, so Telltale Games have laid off a quarter of their staff.
Which is about 90 folks, it turns out.
There's a lot of people, and it's across all of their divisions. So Telltale are, if you've been living under a rock, the people who have made the kind of the choose-your-own-adventure style games like The Walking Dead, Batman, Guardians of the Galaxy, Minecraft.
They modernised the point-and-click genre and made it into its own thing, like the Telltale
And they made
engine.
it from a point-and-click to a wiggle and giggle, is what they did.
They basically made this engine close to 20 years ago,
and have been profiting off it since.
Yeah, and been modifying it every few years, but essentially sticking with the same engine. They initially got their name through LucasArts. They picked I think a bunch of ex-LucasArts devs worked with them, and they picked up things like Sam and Max and
old
Monkey
Lucas
Island.
farts, if you will. They're old Lucas farts. See what I did there?
Yeah.
See what I did there? What I did there? It's like old farts, but LucasArts, and then
Mocking a disbanded studio. Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah, I do, and later on, I shall be dancing on people's graves just for fun. Like an absolute git I am.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so they kind of got their name through taking on old LucasArts properties, and then they did some smaller things like the Strong Bad Super Cool Game for Attractive People, I think it was called, the Homestar Runner game, and Wallace and Gromit. And then people, once they made they made a couple of bigger games like the Back to the Future and Jurassic Park games, which weren't received so well, except for like big fans that got to see how the stories progressed in those titles. And then they made The Walking Dead and suddenly blew up into this massive company. Like they became their own publishers, and they essentially, by all standards, were a AAA studio that didn't quite make AAA games. They made enjoyable games with great stories that were a bit buggy and a bit glitchy, and if you bought one of their games brand new, it would break on you. So we don't know why there is the 90 staffers, taken down across their divisions. But apparently it's not affecting their current projects in the work, because I think there's another Walking Dead on the way, and there's a season 2 to The Wolf Among Us. Yes,
that's correct.
Yeah. But those games could break on day one, and you probably wouldn't notice that they got rid of Arthur. Yeah. I'm actually playing the Guardians of the Galaxy, because they're episode 5, the finale for that series, dropped yesterday. And
cool.
I only finished episode 2, so I've been missing out on those. So I thought yesterday, do you know what? I'm going to start episode 1. I'm going to finish at episode 5. I'm going to play through the entire thing. I got as far as episode 3, and then all the characters in the game froze on a particular scene. Couldn't play it any further. Reset it. Did the same. Reset it. Did the same. Got angry. Switched it off. Can't finish that game at the moment.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So it
That's
looks
not
like
very good.
Yeah, it looks like whatever happened in releasing the new episode affected the previous episodes. So, yay.
Good quality control. That's what we like to see.
What a time to lay off 25% of your staff.
Yeah. So Coleman got mega grumpy, pulled in a couple of favours and got all these people sacked is basically what happened.
No, this was yesterday this happened. I was genuinely angry at this. Like, Alex looked at me and I kind of laughed and I went, hey, look, the game's frozen. And then I reset it and I went, it's happened again. And I did it the third time. I'm like, God damn it, I'm not doing this anymore. I've had enough, Telltale. Enough is enough, and it's time for a change. So poor old Telltale. And then, obviously, it sucks when anyone's made redundant. And yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, I don't have their success. Has their success been slowly petering out, do you think, as the kind of the new hotness label that got attached to them for far too long finally smouldered into non-existence? I think the problem is their own success, that they've kind of choked on it. The Walking Dead was such a phenomenal hit, and a lot of sites it became their game of the year and shows and things like that, and it got them all this success. And then they announced from that, I think it was 3 other projects, because they announced the Walking Dead season 2, and they announced because they announced a bunch of stuff. They did the Borderlands game, and they did a Game of Thrones game as well. And I remember the Game of Thrones game not being so well received, and that kind of put a lot of people off. And then a lot of people don't like that all these games are essentially stories within the same... You're doing the same thing in every single one of them with very minor changes. And also, I've spoken about it before, the engine's broken. It causes a lot of problems.
It's shown its age, definitely. I mean, I think... it was a really refreshing kind of change when the original Walking Dead Telltale game came out. That was awesome, but they've not really innovated much, really, in it, and that's why I think they're facing problems. And Game of Thrones, bless them, they turned on game development hard mode and got Peter Dinklage to do some voice acting, which never goes well.
Yeah, they got a few people from that show, as I understand. And they made quite a weird decision, because they did 2 stylistically different games. They brought in Game of Thrones and Tales of the Borderland at the same time, and both required their own kind of filter over what they usually do with those engines. Borderlands, the cell shading to make it look more like Borderlands, and Game of Thrones, they kind of added this weird paint layer to it, where everything was meant to look hand-painted over a cell shading. And, one worked very beautifully. Borderlands is a great-looking game, and it's a great game as well. I think it's free this month on Games with Gold, so, the whole series, you should play that if you haven't already. Very funny game as well. And then Game of Thrones just kind of went, meh, doesn't particularly look good. A lot of the characters from the show look really weird now. It didn't perform too well, I believe.
Not enough PPs and new-news in it for a Game of Thrones franchise item.
I mean, they had that guy that cuts the guy's knob off, and he looked particularly freaky in that game, but he looks particularly freaky in real life anyway.
Yeah, he's a really disturbing... It's Reese Bolton, isn't it?
That's the guy.
He's a bit messed up.
Yeah, the one who played Hitler in that weird comedy biopic thing.
Yeah, I think poor getting typecast, isn't he?
Well, he is like the bad guy in a new Marvel property as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Humans.
Psycho knob cutter nutter. We've written a role for a bad guy. Do you mind being it? Oh, yes, you will. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you mind putting on a little moustache? Oh, by the way, the role's Hitler. What's that? You're not interested anymore. We genuinely hope that everyone at Telltale, or who used to work for Telltale, does find a place in the industry sooner rather than later, because it always sucks when stuff like that happens.
Yes, and I hope this doesn't affect the rest of the Batman Season 2 game coming out, because I'd like to play through that one without it breaking, please.
Because it's the goddamn Batman.
Because
goddamn Batman.
Damn, I loved Season 1, and I can't wait.
I love the goddamn Batman.
I need to find some time for
I
Season 2.
goddamn love the goddamn Batman.
Alright.
Alright, I goddamn love the goddamn Batman. I'm gonna goddamn play the goddamn Batman, which is a game I goddamn like.
We should do your weird growly Batman and my weird Adam West Batman having a conversation one day.
Why do we fall down, Master Wayne? Throw a bit of Michael Caine in there. Anyway.
Zulus, hundreds of them.
I only said, but anyway, before this gets into really bad Michael Caine impressions, which it inevitably will, do you want to have some news that you don't care about?
Yes, I want 2 pieces of news I don't care about.
Okay, are you American?
No.
Excellent work.
Well done so far.
Well done. Do you have a PlayStation?
I do.
Do you like having money off things?
I do.
But you're not American, right?
No.
Nah,
Yeah.
Well, in America, Sony have unveiled this thing where you can, as you earn trophies, earn money off games. Sounds good, right?
It does. I would like to take part in that, Dan.
Well, would you? Would you? Okay, but let me give you the breakdown. Let me take it down, Coleman.
I hope that because a lot of time, if you're trying to earn like a platinum trophy and something, it can take a very long time. So I hope that the trophy to money ratio is worth that of me putting all this time in for trophies.
Really? Do you want to know how much? So let's say a platinum trophy on average takes what? 60 hours to get if you're really committed?
It depends on the game, but yes.
60 hours?
Yeah, 60 hours.
60 hours, okay. So, a platinum trophy gets you 100 points.
Okay.
Okay.
What do points win?
Well, 1,000 of them win you $10 off. So you spend, 600 hours, so 10 divided by 600. That is, they value your time at 1.6 cents an hour.
Wow. So 10 platinum trophies to get me $10.
Yeah. So that is well below the minimum wage. God damn it, Sony.
Yeah.
It's not right. Yeah, it's broken Britain. It's broken America. It's broken
bloody
everything.
America.
Broken bloody America.
This is to add on is it Sony rewards or is it PlayStation? I think it's Sony rewards.
It's Sony rewards. So 1,000 points gets you a $10 discount voucher on the PSN. Other trophy strengths. Okay, so bronze, nothing.
Also, it's worth mentioning that this doesn't work on retroactive trophies.
No, it doesn't. So that's all trophies going forward. 100 silver trophies is worth 100 points. 25 gold trophies gets you 250 points. And 10 platinum trophies gets you 1,000 points, which is $10.
I like the idea that even retroactively, I still don't make $10.
I know, I don't either. I make $2 is what I make.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I make $3.
I think I've got 1 or 2 platinum, probably 3 platinum trophies in total.
So hang on. So let's say, what each game only has one. So an MSRP of what? Let's say $60, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to spend $600 in order to earn $10. The maths on this is stupid, Coleman.
Well, do you remember a little while ago there was the Xbox rewards program, and the whole point of that was you got cash back from games you bought, purchases made on the Xbox Live Store, digital only, and you after a while people were going, oh, I wish they did this for trophies as well. For achievements as well, and they started trialing that, but then a problem was that basically their system got hacked. People managed to unlock trophies without playing games, so that reward system went away very quickly.
That's why we can't have nice things, people.
Yeah. So I think the PlayStation one, this was Sony Rewards, which is tied into their credit card that they were doing, which I think they're still doing, which I've heard some interesting things about. Apparently, if you have the PlayStation credit card, you can't use it on the PlayStation Store.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the reward site was meant to be tied into those credit cards, and then at some point they've added in the PlayStation trophies in conjunction with that. I don't know if it's some kind of weird viral marketing to make you go, maybe I'll get myself one of those PlayStation credit cards as well as while I'm trying to unlock cash for. Yeah, I don't know. But it's US only, so it doesn't really apply to us.
Doesn't really matter.
We don't really care.
So if you too want to be part of a trophy-earning sweatshop, just become American, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And if you are, well done you.
Well, yeah, Coleman, but just quick fact check, okay? You still own a Switch?
I do.
You're still not American.
I'm still not American, and I'm not Japanese, because Japan, they got a video streaming app a few months ago.
Right. So me telling you that Hulu Plus has come to the US Switch, not really.
Right.
Not really interested.
I am Right, Hulu Plus is an American service, not available in the UK. I think it works only in the US and Mexican territories. I can't be 100% on that.
Not for much longer, if Tiny Hand Orangutan Man has anything to do with it.
Those Hulu Plus subscribers, some of them are some bad hombres, I heard.
They are some bad hombres.
I've actually been a Hulu Plus subscriber for about 2 years now.
Have you been a hooligan? Is that what they call you?
Yep.
Is that what they call you? Is that their really cool word of what they call Hulu Plus subscribers? You're hooligans.
They do. I've taken a break from it for a little while because it's a pain in the ass to set up and shut down and set up and shut down. It's better when you've got like a single console or something to run through that you're constantly keeping on the VPN. I might be tempted to do this on a Switch. I haven't looked into the whole VPN switching on the Nintendo Switch and see how that all operates and if it is possible. If it is, I might.
I'm going to guess, Nintendo being Nintendo, the chance of you being able to temporarily switch the region of your console without erasing your entire Nintendo-based life is slim at best.
People have been setting up Japanese accounts just to download like Puyo Puyo Tetris before it came out in the US and the UK, so I don't think it's that difficult. I'll have to look into it and get back to you, let you know, because I might go back on Hulu Plus. I like the idea of having it on handheld.
Yes,
because mobile Android phones and iPhones and PlayStation 3s, I think, were the hardest ones to set that up on.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was never quite sure why Netflix never came to the Vita. Actually,
didn't it? I thought it did, and then
no,
they got rid of it.
It did
again.
in America, but not in the UK. Never came to the UK.
Okay, I may have had that on my Vita. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, I do a lot of cheeky country switching and stuff to get these things. Yeah, it all started with the Resident Evil 4 demo, I think, and then I had to set up a Japanese account to get it like a couple of months early. So, yeah.
Hey, do you know what I discovered I still had on my PlayStation?
Have you not used that cream?
No, the warts just shaved them right off with the scalpel. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I don't know why I went there, but like across my legs straight away.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. If you're going to play ball, Coleman, all right, okay. I'm, if I'm going to get caught doing it with the dog, I'm going to have it all the way in, mate. All right. So if that's the game you want to play, yeah, I know, right?
Stop.
If that's the game you want to play, that's the game we're going to play, son.
PlayStation.
Yeah. PSX 2017.
It's coming.
I remember the good old days when PSX actually meant the PlayStation console.
Yeah, that was weird. Because the PlayStation was the PlayStation, then it was the PS1. Then when the PS2 came out, they referred to the PlayStation as the PSX.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh, no. But anyway, nothing to do with that. We're just rambling. This is the PlayStation Experience. I believe that's what X stands for. It should be a bloody E, but they're bloody idiots.
I want to go to one of these one year.
So there is going to be the PSX kicking off on Friday, December the 8th at 8 p.m. Pacific, which is 4 a.m. UK.
Yep, but 8 p.m. specifically.
Yeah.
Specific time.
Do be quiet.
Never.
Okay. So the show floor opens on the following day, but because we're still not American, we're not going to be able to do anything on that. And we'll also be able to assemble a tent. So it's the usual, hey, we're PlayStation, let's have a group hug, aren't we great? And they're making a big thing particularly about Ghost of Tsushima and
which
Dreams.
Was so Sucker Punch is the Ghost of Tsushima. That's the one they showed off at Paris Games Week with the samurais.
I'm really, really, really interested in that. It looks awesome.
I'm hoping we see some gameplay because we only saw the pre-render footage for the first thing. And Dreams, that was the one shown off a while ago. Well, this was shown off very first without a name at the PlayStation 4 reveal. Where they were going, hey, we can use Move controllers on the PS4. We don't know why yet, but here's a bunch of stuff we did where we're making puppets dance and what have you. And then years later, they showed off Dreams at one of the E3s. Looked very interesting, weird. No one knows what it is properly. People have played like little sections of it where little games have been made within the game. Still don't know what it is, and it's been kind of quiet for the last few years. So, Media Molecule, I like their games. I like Little Big Planet. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I still don't know what it is, but I'm looking forward to it. So I'm looking forward to hearing about what it is, especially.
Well, the problem is whenever I hear Dreams, my mind immediately goes to Nights into Dreams, that slightly trippy Saturn kind of 3D platformer thing.
Also in Games with Gold this month.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Xbox 360 re-release.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Whenever I hear Dreams, I always think of the Gabrielle song.
Dreams can come true, something. What's going on with the eye patch?
Oh,
I really want to... Do you reckon if you paid her enough money, she'd do a pirate impression?
Yeah.
R.I.B. Gabrielle.
To our younger listeners, Gabrielle was a singer in the 1990s.
And we are old as shit.
I was a friend of mine. Oh my god, this is a really dumb story, but in my old job, we were setting up a new intranet platform, and the guy who was setting this thing up, like doing the initial test, he wanted to make a specific platform wallpaper that would show up on people's desktops to advertise this thing, that it was available. And I threw up a couple of mock designs, and he went, "What should we put as like a tagline?" And I went, "We should write dreams do come true." And he went, "No, we're not doing that." And I did make up a couple of mock-ups, and it had dreams do come true in the corner. And he was going, "No, you got to get rid of that tagline." And then I sent one back with like the whole background was Gabrielle with massive letters saying ICR dreams do come true.
You have far too much time on your hands.
I used to. I do not now. I work really hard. So there you go. That's one of the stories of the hard work that goes on at the ICR.
Fun fact, Coleman, for you Gabrielle fans, that was in fact released in 1992. No, it was recorded in 92, released 7th June 93.
Wow, when I started junior school.
Yeah, and you could buy that as a CD single or a cassette single.
Fun fact, 1993 is when I got my first ever comic book.
Ooh, very good. What was your first ever comic book?
The Dandy. It was
like fine choice.
It was like my reward for starting school.
So well done for not running away and shitting yourself as a dirty protest.
There you go.
Congratulations. So that's all a PlayStation experience. I'm not sure what else we're going to be expecting. I'd imagine there's going to be some kind of Destiny 2 thing, although that's after the trials, after the new Osiris DLC comes out. That will come out 3 days before, so who knows?
Who knows? When a new raid drops, and I might have finished the first one by then, possibly.
Oh, don't get your knickers in a twist.
I will get my knickers in a twist. I'll have you...
Well, next time, young Coleman, leave the soundboard at home if you want to be doing the raid.
Oh my god, I was the best performing person in that raid.
You would.
I've watched the footage back. I was amazing.
Right, okay, you've watched your footage back, right?
No, I watched Diomed's footage back.
Right.
And he was laughing.
Yes. I just went very quiet. I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to let this happen. I'm just going to sit here and shoot things.
Talk about EA.
EA, right.
Someone might as well.
EA, this looks like it's only just kind of really broken as we're recording. Hey, when I say Electronic Arts to you and I say the word FIFA, what numbers pop into your head?
$8 billion made in microtransactions.
Yes, and also all the numbers from 94 going up by 1 until the present day. So 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, 10, 11, 12, 13,
well done,
18.
you know how to count.
Yeah, but... Much low, Pig Bladder Ball is an annual celebration to the mind of many, a video gamer, along with the FIFA franchise. It may be no longer.
Why is that, Dan?
Nor might Madden.
Oh, okay. So 2 Pig Bladder Balls.
So 2 things that are their raison d'etre is to make EA more money each time the year ticks around. They're apparently finally cottoned on to the fact that actually, it's basically the same game every year with just a roster update, isn't it? What about if we treat them as a subscription service?
Boo.
Yeah. So I think that almost certainly going to be. I think you'll probably get the base game and maybe a rotating team that you can play, but have a load of stuff locked behind a subscription paywall. I mean, these are just very, very kind of early bits of news on it, and it surfaced from an interview that EA's chief Andrew Wilson had with Bloomberg. And apparently the publisher's considering treating games like FIFA or Madden as a 365-day live service. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I can guarantee it's not going to be any cheaper than paying 60 quid a year.
See, this was something they were toying... there was reports of them toying with the idea in, like, 2010 about this. And the idea was... back on, like, 360 and PS3. And the idea was to basically turn FIFA... I don't know about Madden, but FIFA specifically into a platform. And then each year you essentially sell a roster update. So that seems like what they're doing here with the subscription service. But rather than relying on selling DLC, I'm sure this would be preloaded with microtransactions, and the roster date will be automatically, and you pay a monthly subscription. Seems like they finally worked out what they're doing there. But yeah, this is something I remember talks about 7 years ago.
Yeah, well, it's not surprising, really. But I reckon they'll charge well, what do they charge for EA Access? EA Access, they charge, which... or Origin Access,
it's like
they charge
$7.99, I think.
No, it's £4 a month.
Oh, is it
or
£4?
20 quid for the year.
Oh, wow.
It's actually very reasonably priced.
Oh, I might be mixing it up with Games of Gold.
Yeah. But I'd imagine a subscription-based model for their sports titles is probably going to be a bit more. I reckon you're looking at least a £5 a month. I reckon. But this is all speculation and, frankly, not based in the world of reality in the slightest. So there we go.
Yeah. I mean, I don't buy FIFA games. I think I've bought one in my entire lifetime, and that was a present. So
I got FIFA 14.
Well done, you.
With my Xbox One back in the day.
Good.
Do you know that console's more than 4 years old now? Yeah,
weird, isn't it?
It's terrifying.
The flow of time, it never stops. Just gets faster and faster, spinning out of control into an undying vortex. We inexorably march towards the pearly gates, where we shall cease to exist. Screaming into the abyss as we watch our hands age into the point where we do not recognise ourselves.
Yes, indeed. But on the bright side, you do get to be a grumpy old bastard and no one will care.
On the bright side... consoles look more pretty along the way.
Only because you lose the ability to see properly.
Well, no, I think it's the other way around, because we see a lot of the HD stuff. At some point, HD came into fashion, and I went, yes, that does look better than my current standard definition TV. But then the HD gets better, and it becomes 4K, and it becomes 8K. And I look at the 4K and go, I can't see the difference. Is it brighter? It looks brighter. So I think at some point I get my eyes checked out quite a lot, and it doesn't seem my eyesight's getting worse, but maybe it is. I just can't tell the difference between new technologies. So I think things look shinier.
We are getting old. We're getting old.
That's what it
kids
is.
with their Blu-rays. So yes, but talking
the
newfangled Blu-rays. That's what they got. The bloody Blu-rays and their high defs and their 4Ks.
Their goddamn HD TVs.
God damn it. And their dongles. The bloody dongles is what they've got. They've got dongles for everything. Don't like it.
Going around with their fruit phones, doing their snap faces.
That's what they're doing.
Timing each other.
With their fecally themed emoji, or whatever they're called.
Emongi. Oh, what's left on the news, Dan?
Well, the Xbox One X is the thing. Neither of us have one.
Oh, they're out now, aren't they?
Well, they are out. They came out on the 7th.
Didn't
Jamie
fancy selling a kidney for one of those. So.
No, Jamie, Smash Soul Jamie from BRB, he does have one. Apparently it's a snappier version of it. When I asked him, how are you finding it, his immediate comment was, well, at least the bloody dashboard's responsive now. I was like, well, it should be, with 11 teraflops powering it. Well done, Microsoft.
Yeah, aren't they like £500?
Yeah, they're 450.
Okay. What is it by Gramthar's hammer? What a savings!
I know. But apparently, it's not actually selling as well as they initially expected. You can still the Project Scorpio editions, which were considered are apparently going to be ultra rare. You can still get firsthand.
Oh, those were meant to be all sold out already.
No, apparently stock's been showing up again.
Oh, right. I was listening to like their lead marketer on a podcast, and they were talking about pre-orders. He goes, well, the Scorpio version, don't even try. That's gone. They're all sold out. But yeah, you should be able to get an Xbox One X if you look hard enough.
Yeah, but what's quite funny is they've kind of got a little series of numbers on the top of the Project Scorpio box.
Is that what Jamie's got, a Scorpio?
No, I think he's just got the plain one.
Okay. I don't like the look of the Scorpio one as well. It looks quite ugly and green.
It is. But on the top of every Scorpio box are the numbers 01, 05, 10, 13, 17. And what does that mean, Coleman? What does it mean? Basically, they're a series of years. 01 is when Microsoft launched. 05 is when the 360 came out in 2005. Here's the one that's a bit of a kick in the teeth, bearing in mind this is something they've just buried. 10 is when the Kinect came out.
Whoa!
Yeah. And then 2013 it was the Xbox One. 17 is the Xbox One X.
Wait, so they're treating the original Kinect as a console launch in that lineup?
Yes.
God damn it.
God damn it, Microsoft. But yeah, neither of us have one.
They look nice.
They look very pretty. Apparently, they're very dense. They are a dense object. And I've had a look at some of the Digital Foundry videos, and if you have a reasonable PC, you could probably build a PC that would outperform an Xbox One X for £500. Frankly,
yeah, in some cases.
I mean, if you got a 1080p screen, almost definitely not worth the upgrade. It is definitely more powerful than the Xbox One, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for something that essentially does, but essentially what does something very similar to existing stuff. And we're in this weird parallel universe where actually there's like base consoles and enhanced consoles. It's all getting very confusing. The whole point of having a console is you turn it on and the damn thing works. But apparently they've been overheating. What other problems has there been, Coleman?
Overheating or just generally not powering up is two of the bigger ones I've seen on Twitter this week. That's been nice. Sucks. The hottest console in the universe.
It is.
Yeah.
Actually, Xbox One X. If you got one, we'd love to hear from you.
Oh yeah. If you've got one and they're great, and you think they're all singing and dancing, then let us know in the forums or on Twitter or something, and then we can have a nice little chat about it, or on Reddit. Keep forgetting that exists.
We got Reddit. I stole it off Pac-Man.
We should use it more.
Yes, we should. Project Scorpio Edition on Amazon is actually now just on secondary sellers who are starting to scalp the living shit out of it. I know. But your standard edition is £449.95.
Okay.
So go fill your boots.
Not bad, I guess.
With a console and stuff. Yeah, I think that's about it for news. Isn't it? Oh, apart from one last thing that just snuck in my email inbox.
The LA Noire Switch trailer.
The twitchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that being quite a good little fit for the Switch if you're doing some on-the-go gaming and can't be asked to read a book.
Nice fit, but at the same time, what you're looking at here is on the Switch, you get a straight port of the Xbox 360 PS3 version with all the DLC. If you're picking it up on the PS4 or on the PC, I think it's on the PC, I don't know, every time, or on the Xbox One, what you're getting is, a higher frame rates and improved lighting and visuals and all these kind of improvements made for the modern generation of console. So I think it's cheaper on the PS4 and Xbox One as well. So I'm probably going to go with those with the PS4 version rather than the Switch version.
But I'm not being funny. That's pretty awesome that that's on a handheld.
Yeah, so's Zelda, so's Mario, so's Doom. Oh my god, Doom's coming to the Switch. Yeah. Wolfenstein 2 is coming. I'm genuinely holding out on Wolfenstein 2 because I don't think I'll have the time to play it at home. So I'm waiting for the Switch version because I'm going to play the holy hell out of that on the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why not? Yeah.
In fact, I might get LA Noire on the Switch. All right, you've sold me, Dan. Okay.
There we go.
Fine, I'll get it on the Switch, Dan. Stop hassling me.
My work is done. If only I had any financial interest in Rockstar, which I don't. Anyway,
I thought you were you were getting kickbacks off all their microtransactions.
Yes, that's what I do. Yes, I am a shark card millionaire, is what I am.
Shart card millionaire.
Shart card. Yes.
We should play more of that when we stop Destinying so much.
Yeah, it's a fart plus the shart.
Have you logged into GTA Online recently? They give you like $500,000 for nothing.
Oh, do they? I might do that then.
Yeah, you got to do it before the... Oh, wait, no, you've missed by yesterday, in fact.
God damn it, Coleman!
It was between the 1st and the 8th. So I logged in to do a brief thing on Extra Life and went, ooh, $500,000, thank you.
Thanks for passing the news along, that was great.
I said about it on my stream. If you were watching the stream...
I was doing my own stream. I was streaming out of all kinds of horror.
Okay, if you took the time to play GTA Online with us instead of mincing around in Destiny on the PC.
No, we didn't do any Destiny PC. I'll have you know.
I don't know what you did something on the PC. We did
van racing, is what we did.
Oh, that's probably what it was.
Which Hibbs didn't turn up for.
No, do you know what happened to Hibbs?
What?
He borrowed my Nintendo Switch and couldn't put it down.
So he spent the whole day just curled up on his bed playing your Switch.
He played a lot of everybody's golf on PS4. Then he played a lot of Mario on my Switch. And then he switched to VR for a bit and then went straight back to the Switch again and has continued to do so all week. Like, he has surpassed me in Mario Odyssey. Oh my God. I've been looking forward to going to work so I could take my Switch with me to play on the way. Because it's great. Like, he's getting some use out of my Switch. That's great. Might convince him into getting one himself one day. Yeah, I've not been able to play my Switch because Tim's been doing it. I'm not complaining about that. I'm glad someone's using it more than because I use it out of the flat rather than in the flat. So, hey,
man, you see, I've been so close on a number of occasions dropping cash to get a Switch so I can play Mario Odyssey.
I wait till the Black Friday deals. Because you don't know what's going to pop up. Apparently no Xbox One X's, but you might see some Switch deals for that.
Maybe I will do that.
And if not, then there's a pretty nice tidy package that will get you the...
I love a tidy package,
I love a tidy package. That's why I do my manscaping.
I fashioned mine into like a curly whippet.
I have the Superman logo.
Oh, do you?
Yes. Yeah, it takes a while to do, but I think
it does look a bit like a Labradoodle. There's definitely, with the whole kind of...
I think the extra time is appreciated, I must admit. So, yeah, you can get a special package that has the Mario Odyssey like code with the game, but you also get the red Joy-Cons that are Mario red Joy-Cons. That if you want to buy them individually, you have to get them in Japan. So, yeah. But one of my friends bought one of those the other day, and they do look very nice. The ones with the red Joy-Cons. But yeah,
totally
Switch. Totally worth getting a Switch.
Yeah! They're still selling them for a ridiculous amount in Computer Exchange. Whatever you do not go to a Computer Exchange to buy one. You can get them most places now.
I don't know what happened to Computer Exchange because they brought one into Portsmouth when I lived there, and it became my place to go because they had all these out of print discs that didn't exist anymore, and you could pick them up for like £3 or £4. Now you go in there and you want to buy Sonic 2006 for a joke video you're looking to make for BigRedBarel, and they cost like 25 quid. What the hell's happened?
Oh god damn it! If I ordered a Switch with Mario Odyssey now, I could have it tomorrow.
You could. You Amazoning?
No, resist, Dan, resist.
Do it.
No, I resisted. Shut up, Tiny Coleman. Get off my shoulder.
Do it, Dan. Do it.
No.
Get it. Get the Switch.
No, South African Coleman, I will not.
That's a jumping the Emperor. South African Emperor.
Get it. Get the bloody cutsole.
I can't even do that.
Get the bloody cutsole. That's what you were doing, mate.
Promise.
Anyway. Yeah, so Stuff We've Done Played, though, is not really a great deal because we were extra lifing, which means we played a bunch of Destiny, failed to complete the raid twice, if you me.
Not happy about that.
Although the first attempt...
We got to the end.
...was much more successful than the second, which was like, frankly, herding cats.
There was the problem with the first one. I mean, the first one was my first run through. It was Sean's first run through. You kept calling Sean Matt, which was great.
But his name has got Matt in it.
I know. It's funny.
But why is it, if you've got a word that looks like a name in your name, I'm going to call you that.
But I found it much like when we've done previous Extra Lives and you're bringing through me or Dave or someone who's not done it before previously. Like, there's a teething period that you've got to figure out how to do things. And then once you figure it out, then it kind of, everything turns into a well-oiled machine. You know what you're doing and you know when to do the right thing at the right time. But I think because it took so long to get to that point in certain areas, by the time we got to the end, like, certain people just wanted to stop. And unfortunately, it was people that finished the raid and not the new people.
Well, I think we'd been going for, what was it, 5 hours?
About 4 hours. But when you've got 24 hours to fill, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think the problem is with the raid in Destiny 2 is that it's very gimmicky. It is gimmicky, and it had zero tolerance to someone fucking up. Yeah. Because most previous Destiny raids, if someone was just unlucky or they just made a mistake, you could recover from it fairly well. But now it is like, right, everyone's got to be firing all cylinders, and you've got to hope that any weird glitches in the game don't happen, which sometimes do, and just ruin the whole thing. So yeah, and I'm not a big fan. I'm not a massive fan of that raid. I'm not gonna lie.
I am. I hate the wolves, or whatever you call them, the dogs.
The doggos. Yeah,
I don't like that level because you don't need stealth stuff in a first-person shooter. It just falls down dead. It just grinds to a halt. It's not fun.
As it did in the Vault of Glass in Destiny, the first Destiny's first raid.
That wasn't so bad because it was short. This one, that was literally finding your way A to B and not getting caught. This was, grabbing weird orbs and walking out to a plant and sneaking around, making sure a dog didn't see you while someone shoots the plant from a distance so you can get the spores and then collect enough spores to cause damage on the dogs.
Do you want to know something? I've still got no idea why spores would damage a dog.
I don't know. Maybe they've got really bad hay fever.
I don't know. At least some of it was, metaphysical bullshit in the previous ones. Or get the thing that allows you to shoot a thing at the thing. There we go. That makes sense. But this is just like, get some flowers, man. The killer dogs hate the flowers, man. We're going to kill him with flower power, man. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like the whole thing with the dudes and the oil baths. I thought that was quite fun. Because that was a good one. Because you've all got, the way we were playing it, you've got 6 spaces for people to stand in, and you all stand in your special place, and you do your special thing at the right time. And then once you've got that down, it becomes this cool, very satisfying process of, okay, I've done this, I go back to you, then you go, and it turns into kind of like almost a relay race. And then everyone has to go to the centre and it all trips over.
and it all goes horribly wrong. And then there's a Destiny version of Takeshi's Castle of the Gauntlet, which is always quite fun. But so Destiny 2 we played. My stream at one point turned into a half-hour-long tech support session because Kev wouldn't shut up until I installed Civ 5.
Brilliant.
Play Civ 5, and then it didn't work because it needs a load of libraries from ages ago, which I hadn't got installed. So,
did you update the drivers?
I did that. I turned it off and on again, and it then seemed to work. Spent the last couple of hours of Extra Life playing Civ 5 with Jamie, and Kevin had absolutely no idea what the hell was going on. It's great.
Good.
Gandhi was being a dick.
Oh, he always is, I've heard.
Yeah.
I used to work with a guy who played Civ every day, and at Civ 4, and he would come in and go, "Oh, you wouldn't believe what Gandhi's done this week."
Bloody Gandhi. Mad lad. My blood Gandhi.
But yeah, I've heard he behaves weirdly in different games. It's the tradition now. But
So and apart from that, I think we didn't do Diablo this year, but I did some van racing in Forza Horizon 3, and that was wonderful. I believe this year's winners may have been UPS.
Oh, nice.
I was flying the flag for Yodel once again.
We should do some more streaming stuff. Maybe raise some extra cash. That'd be fun.
Extra cash for extra life?
Cash for maybe just for us. We're a bit tight.
Yeah, all right, sounds good to me. Yeah,
buy that Xbox One X.
Nah, I'm not stupid. So what else did you play, Coleman?
I played GTA 5 with Bleezy and Sean and Diomed. We did a bunch of the new the Transform races, I think they're called. They're really interesting.
Yeah, although I was secretly hoping that it would be like Transformer robots transforming. Instead, it's just like it's just like diddly-doo, 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 diddly-doo. Here's your new vehicle. Oh, all right, okay.
Yeah. So this one is you'll start off in a motorbike and you'll be riding through the sky in like really cool stunt pipes and have all these different obstacles to drive through. And then you'll go through a certain ring and then it'll turn you into a speedboat or a plane, or you'll be on a regular 10-speed bike, or you'll be a werewolf with weird jumping powers and stuff. And yeah, all these were really cool races, I thought. There was like a Halloween special version that was put up that while you're in planes flying over forests, like lightning would strike down, hit trees, and the trees would catch fire, and you turn into a werewolf and you have this massive leaping power to make you pass through barriers at certain points. And really interesting. I had a lot of fun with that, and I got a bit confused because like in the first couple of races I wouldn't crash. And I'd see Bleezy would crash, I'd see Sean would crash, and I'd see DMed would crash, but I would still be behind everyone, and I didn't know why. I was like, I'm flying flawlessly, how is this happening? And then we get to the end, and then I inadvertently miss the final point and drive off in the wrong direction, and then get disqualified. But yeah, really, really fun that was.
It doesn't surprise me that I got part way through the race, then I got a bit bored, so I drove off in the wrong direction. Yeah, it sounds like Coleman, really.
Yeah. What else did I do? I did a lot of Shadow of War.
Did you? How are you finding that?
Yeah, I'm still really enjoying that game. I love getting into... I basically used it as an excuse to go and collect all the items that I've been missing on the map and clear the map up a bit. And then I started getting to the new areas. I finally unlocked Bruise. Bruise is the character I've been waiting for. He's the orc, the giant orc troll thing that they showed off at EGX. He's got an Australian accent and he's brilliant.
Bruise, mate.
Yeah.
All right.
You know when you encounter a new orc chief and they turn up and they're like, there's a ranger, and then it will zoom in on their face and they'll say a bunch of spiel. A lot of the time when you capture one of, because now you've got to recruit orcs, and if you do urks, sorry, and you recruit an urk, and then it will do that zoom in thing, but it will do it on Bruise, and he will just be kind of casually walking by, and he's like, "Hey, looks like you found yourself a nice urk chief there. Let me tell you about how to assign him as a bodyguard. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Bye." Walk off. It's quite funny the way they do that, I think. But yeah, I've got to that point now. I had a weird, like, last 4 hours of Extra Life where I was just playing anything to stop myself falling asleep. And I played, like, Parappa the Rapper. I played,
oh, my God.
I was pulling out Loco Roco. I ended up doing some random Destiny 2 Crucible stuff. At some point, I started downloading The Little Acre, which is a point-and-click game from Pewter Games. I've spoke about on the show again. I really like that game, but it's very short. You can complete it within an hour. And as I was waiting for it to download, Alex walked up behind me and went, "Hey, I'm going to play The Little Acre." And I went, "I'm doing that. I'm just waiting for it to install." So her and Julia were on one stream, on the Cookies and Booze stream, playing that game, and then I was on the other stream waiting for it to update so I could play it.
Yeah, I tuned into the very, because I decided to take the old farts way out and did two lots of 12 hours, totally the way forward, by the way.
Because you hate children.
Yes, Coleman, clearly.
You're doing 24 next year, man. I'm telling you.
No, I'm not.
Come on, I need the madness moments. I can't do the madness moments on my own.
Yeah,
I need friends.
Can.
No,
yeah,
come on. Come on.
You can.
Next year, man. We can do this.
No.
Come on.
No.
Rock Band 4, 24 hours. We're going to do this.
No. Not happening.
With Guitar Hero and DJ Hero thrown in. I've got 2 decks. We can do this.
No, I don't care. I don't care. I like my nappy naps.
Dan and Coleman's Extra Life of Fun.
No, it won't be. It will be Dan wants to kill Coleman for the 3rd year running is what it will be.
You can't do 12-hour streams. That's essentially just I've bought a new game and now I'm paying 12 hours of it. You got to do the 24 hours. 24 hours more fun.
I did do 24 hours over 2 days.
No, you got to do it in one shot. The one shot 24 hours is great. 12 hours is just a work.
It really isn't. It really isn't. You see, unfortunately, I've just started a new job recently, and I kind of need to impress them.
So
yeah, but you do night shifts, so being a bit monged is expected. And it's true, though. It's true.
I took 2 days off so I could do a 24-hour stream. So I took 2 12-hour shifts away so I could do one hit.
Anyway, so Extra Life was the thing, and I think we ended up raising quite a nice amount of money. Let me have a little look.
We raised $2,516.
Every year I'm always so humbled and amazed by just how wonderful Extra Life is. So, Doc, Jeremy Adams, this is his kind of his big brainchild, and he's the guy who got it going, and it's just amazing to see how it's gone from an event that raised just a couple of $100,000 to like multiple millions of dollars. I just think it's fantastic things.
Yeah, and take a look at the notes taken from other charities. I mean, they were the first to do the whole 24-hour gaming thing in this scale. And now I think over in the UK we've got a few charities that do. I think Macmillan do it, and a couple of other cancer charities now take this model, and it's a great way of doing it. Yeah, I reckon we should go 1 year and do every 24-hour challenge available. Come on, Dan.
I'll donate to you if you do it.
BigRedBarel doing all the charities.
Yeah.
I mean, I raised less this year, but I've been waiting on my work to give me the time off, so I had a week to prepare. So I only set my goal very low this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I raised $200 this year.
I raised $280. So, Mr. Ooh, do we get 2 shifts?
Hold on, all these donations say Dan Gibbons.
Who saved more kids? Me. I do not hate kids. Fact proven. You're a dickhead. I'm the king of the world. Shove it up your ass.
There's an anonymous donation for $100 here that says "Go Dan." I reckon that's you.
I could. My favourite thing was converting friend of the show, Tidge Fosselman. He was blathering on about in Twitch chat about his I've just got the latest Intel CPU and I've got 4 million 1080 Ti's all in SLI. And I went, mate, you sound like the kind of bloke who could probably spare us a couple of quid. Why don't you donate?
And then he donated to you. I thought we were friends, Tidge. You donated to Dan instead of me.
Yeah, 50 big ones is what I got from Tidge.
Holding that against you, man. Holding it against you.
That was a very kind donation from
If I got
Tidge.
$50 instead of Dan, I would have raised more than Dan. I would have.
Yeah. Yeah. But you didn't. So
anyway, the time is not over yet. You can still donate. I think it's throughout the year, isn't it?
Yeah, till the end of the year, I think.
Yeah, till the end of the year. So you can still donate to us. So if you go over to www.extra-life.org, or just look up Extra Life on Google, it's probably easier, and go search for player and type in Big Red Barrel, you can find our team and you can donate there.
Indeed, or you just go to bit.ly/DanEL2017.
Don't be a dick. I was going to say, hey, maybe you should give some money to David Cothran or Kevin White or Jamie Campbell because they're on the lower end of the scale and they could do with some cash getting them up to their goals. I think Tim also didn't hit his goal. There you go, the lower four.
Is Tim one of the bottom 4?
Yeah, he's the 4th.
Oh, Tim. Is he? Oh, Timothy Hibbs.
Timothy Hibbs. I don't think he drummed up much interest for himself until like the day before, sadly.
Timothy Hibbs.
He raised $70 out of his $250 goal. Dave raised $45 out of his $500 goal. Kev raised $33 out of his $100 goal. And Jamie Smash Soul Gamble raised $25 out of his $101 goal. I'm really confused by the $101.
Diomed has just gone mental and raised $615. So
every
good for
year
you.
He just outdoes himself every year, and he donates to everyone. He's like the nicest man in the world.
Yeah, no, Diomed is a truly top bloke. So well done, sir. But anyway, I think we're just about done, aren't we, Coleman? Tuesday's a Tuesday. I've got no idea what's going on at Tabletop Tuesday, but you should go to the loading bar in Dalston on Tuesday the
14th of November.
It's like Valentine's Day, but several months later.
I'm not sure what the game is. I forgot to ask Tim as he left the house today.
Excellent. In fact, it's exactly 9 months after Valentine's Day. So if you got impregnated by your loved one on Valentine's Day, you could give birth at a commemorative Tabletop Tuesday.
Oh my God.
You could.
I mean...
That's how it works, Coleman.
I know I'm not capable of doing so, but I wouldn't want to go give birth in a pub.
Worst places.
I mean, there's like war zones and stuff, but
pub toilets.
Toilets, yeah.
Just as long as you give birth in the pub bit of the pub, not the bog bit of the pub, I'll
tell you what, do you want to know how swanky that Dalston loading bar is?
How swanky is that Dalston loading bar?
In the toilets, in the men's toilets. They've got...
Do they have toilet paper?
Mate, they've got one of those Dyson urinals.
What, a Dyson urinal?
It's a bit high up, and it all goes out the sides for some reason, but I think that's a hand dryer.
Anyway, let's stop talking into microphones. There may be a supplementary show because Tim's at a VR thing today, so he'll probably... But frankly, neither of us need to be here. We just need to turn the mic on, put it in front of Tim, and come back 3 hours later.
Yeah, pretty much. So if you listened last week, I said I wasn't going to be on this week because Tim had this plan to go to a VR show. His idea was he was going to go to a VR show with DMed, come back and record said podcast with you later, so I had to go to work, so I couldn't do it. And now that seems to have moved to he's now doing it with guests, and that's going to be maybe recorded Friday, maybe Saturday. So we thought, let's play it safe and record a regular show today while Tim's off of VR, and then we can put out as normal because we care about the listeners and they're going to want their show on a Friday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things we do.
Yeah. The things we do. But anywho, oh my God. But the internet's a bad place, Coleman.
Okay, what happened?
I'm the Dyson urinal pictures. I searched for them.
Why did you look that up? It doesn't exist.
No, I know, but I just want to see what comedy photos there were, and I found this monstrosity.
Oh no! Don't place it in the agenda. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, you do. You're seeing it, mate. Boom. Right. While that mounts Coleman's face. Yeah.
That has to be in like a gym or something.
Yeah, my favourite thing is that he's wearing sandals for that.
I'm not even going to comment on what that is.
Yeah, but
I'm so tempted to set that as our cover for this week, but I'm not going to.
No, but dear listeners, you can always write on the forums or at Reddit or on Twitter or just anywhere with a /BigRedBarel after it what you think that picture me and Coleman just saw actually is. Be intrigued to see.
Oh, I'm going to be walking out of the gym now.
I know. It's another reason not to go to one, in my opinion. So, there we go. That is your lot, ladies and gentlemen. But we'd like to very quickly say thank you to, from the forums, Richard Kirk and Rid Cully's Hat.
And also Mark Fawcett on Twitter.
Indeed, and I would also just like to say a very quick thank you to Michael Chandler, Steve Morris, Tidge Voselman, my dad, and Les Evitts for donating me some very lovely Extra Life cash.
And I want to say thank you to Diomed, thank you to an anonymous person, thank you to Annika, thank you to Kelly, thank you to Pensive Games, thank you to Andrew and Neil for all donating to me for Extra Life. All lovely people.
Absolutely. And it's still not too late to donate. Go to www.extra-life.org and search Big Red Barrel and just pick someone at random, give them some money, or just give them a hug.
Prefer the money for charity reasons. Yeah.
It's easier to donate and stuff. So we're going to go. We're disappearing. We've managed to stretch it out to an hour, even though at the 20-minute mark I thought we were going to fail to do so miserably. Yes, well done for the all filler, no thriller episode of BRB UK you just listened to. So I have been Dan.
I have been Coleman. Can I just say it's been really nice to be able to talk this week?
Yeah, it has actually, hasn't it? It's actually been genuinely really nice. No offence, Tim, but you do wear on a bit, mate.
You're getting out of hand, man.
You're getting out of hand.
You're living up to your name of the was it the conversational steamroller?
Yes.
It's been a while since we called him that.
Yeah, it is, but yeah, But normal service will be resumed. Me and Coleman shall start tearing what little hair we have left out even more. So,
and I shave my head.
Yeah, you do. You have to really dig deep to find that hair to pull out, don't you, Cole?
Tweezers.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for listening. And until next time, dear listeners, toodle bye.
You and your ears are quite welcome.
For the podcasting goodness that you just heard.
Why not roll on over
To BigRedBarel.com
for more podcasts,
news, reviews, and videos from the biggest, reddest site on the internet. BigRedBarel.com.